Hi everyone, Drini here, and welcome to my channel. So since I started my channel, we have been covering quite a number of crypto games. But unfortunately, most of the games that we actually cover are still up and coming. There are only really a few or a handful that have been released, and I think we can count only around 4 or 5 so far. So while the crypto markets are still in the bear phase of a lengthened cycle, I've been looking for other games that are completed, are already being played by quite a number of people, just to see how they're performing from a chart perspective. So today we're going to talk about Defina, or the Fina token. So for all of you who are into RPGs like me, apart from Wonder Hero, Defina also appears to really have incredible potential when it comes to its gameplay. So we'll leave you to do your own research when it comes to the project, but at least on my end, let's take a look at the Fina charts just to see what's going on and how to chart our way forward. And let's dive in. So I have the Fina chart right here, and ever since its launch back in October, it did experience a major run-up right here, followed by a subsequent correction all the way down to around $3 right here, before a final sort of blow-off top wave at $9.61, and ever since, it has been on a downtrend, coinciding of course with the rest of the crypto markets. So Fina's downfall is not unique. Now, the thing to note about Fina is if you have not been watching my videos, we did specify that the funniest thing about this particular cycle is when you look at Bitcoin and where it is on a monthly time frame, we are still holding key support structures for bullish continuation. But this particular capitulation right here that started from November all the way till now, what this correction did was altcoins are acting like they are already in a bear market, even though we are just in a corrective phase of a lengthened cycle. So Fina, for example, from its all-time high of $9.78 all the way till its all-time low of around 76 cents right here, it has already fallen by 92%. So this is actually prime opportunity for accumulation if you really believe in the Fina project. But the way we should accumulate Fina should fall in line with best practice bear market investing principles. That means we have to establish risk thresholds if you really want to go into the project. A risk threshold is a price where as long as the price is below that particular level, so let's take this as an example of a risk threshold, as long as the price is below that particular level, then you continue to DCA accordingly. But once the price crosses above that particular threshold, then you stop investing and you enjoy the ride. And the reason for that is quite simple. A risk threshold is an agreement with yourself that past a certain price, the downside risk of a particular investment, so if you keep investing here, the downside risk is much higher than the upside gains that you may have if you continue to invest in prices above that particular threshold. So the good thing about Fina is with the recent crypto rally so far, Fina has actually already gone up from 76 cents all the way to $1.16. So it has already increased by 40 to 50%. It has also formed a double bottom structure right here, and we have broken above this neckline right here of around $1.06. So with this particular breakout right here, we do have a technical target now. So the technical target is the height of this particular double bottom right here. So when we overlay the target to when the price broke out, we do have a technical target for this double bottom of around $1.41. So expect that price, assuming that the crypto markets continue to be strong, would rally somewhat here, eventually hit the technical target of $1.41 before getting rejected for a subsequent correction. Hopefully we find support back here in the $1.06 before a subsequent continuation to the upside. Now, given the case, what do we do now? How do we establish the risk threshold? So this $1.06 is a risk threshold in itself because this was pretty much the resistance before we broke out of this particular line. If in case price goes back down here, then this is pretty much DCA zone right here. But let's say price hovers around this zone. The other risk threshold that we can potentially have is this price level right here of around $1.36. Now, why is this a key risk threshold that we can establish? That is because if you look to the left, we were finding support right here before, unfortunately, we capitulated further. So this line right here of $1.36 will probably serve as a resistance line as we are going up. If we get rejected with this price level right here, then we know that this is another DCA zone right here, where as long as price is below $1.36, then you continue to DCA into it. And finally, if we manage to really rally quite strongly, there is a third risk threshold that we can have, which is around this particular area right here where the swing highs sort of happened before the subsequent capitulation. This is the final risk threshold for Fina, where as long as price is below $1.93, then we continue to DCA right here. So the way you can invest in a project, if you like Fina or Defina, pick a risk threshold that you can establish for yourself. You can either pick a conservative estimate of $1.06, where as long as price is above $1.06, you don't invest in it, but once it goes below, then you put some in. Or if you're slightly more aggressive, then you can pick $1.37 or $1.93 as your risk thresholds to keep investing in while the markets are still recovering. If you like that video, hit like and subscribe, hit the notification bell. Also, let me know what you think in the comments. Do you want me to make a video about your favorite gaming crypto? Be a Patreon subscriber so you can request for it. Being a Patreon subscriber helps keep the channel sponsor, shill, and Moonboy free. Take care everyone. Bye-bye.